Welcome everybody to another episode of the AusNZ HCR2 Community Podcast. We have some very special guests with us today. There's one who's been on before and two more that he's dragged along with him. Not kicking and screaming, but we're really looking forward to hearing what they have to say about what they're doing at the moment in the community, which is great. As always, I've got the trusty Pete and good old JR back again for another episode. We have not got GDR back this week. He said he wasn't really keen on coming back. Just kidding.
He didn't
He's
want
welcome back anytime.
didn't want another call up.
No, all good. So looking forward to speaking to Lunatic, Koenig and President. But in the short term, Pete, what have you got for us?
Oh, I've got some public events and team events as per usual.
Yep.
I'm not going to call it Pete's anymore because it just doesn't feel right. I'll just go with the flow.
Hang on. Do you want me to introduce it as Pete's?
No. Pete's, PEs and TEs.
Yeah.
All right,
PEs. PE sounds too much like hard work.
It does sound like physical activity, doesn't it?
It does. It does. It does.
Anyway.
All right.
I'm going to start off with the public event. And
sure.
This current public event that we've got is Gravity Gripes. And it is a moon event where you can collect the moon lander.
Yep.
The moon lander is only 400 points to collect for public event points.
Yep.
And it's a moon cakes on the trailer towing time attack event.
Yes.
Which I don't mind them, but they're not my favourite, the trailer events. Because it just takes one bad landing and then you lose the whole load, which can be very frustrating. But that's okay.
Yes. Yes.
And yeah, what were you saying?
Oh, I was just going to say, I have actually done almost 400 points.
No way, really?
On my main account, almost 400 points, yeah.
That's amazing.
I know.
How did you go with last week's one?
I only did 140 points of each.
Oh, so you missed out on the new vehicle?
No, I got the new vehicle through. Trying to remember, one of the packs came with the vehicle and all the parts, and I went click.
Yep.
$12 or for $24. I'm like, I ain't wasting that much time.
Yeah. Because last week the introduction of the new rock bouncer vehicle was the maxed out time attack. That was 800 points to collect the vehicle instead of 400 points. So
yeah.
Tell you what, that was hard work with two accounts.
Yeah, Muzz said he didn't. Muzz said he didn't do it on his third account or his second account because he had three, and I'm like, oh god. Yeah.
In the first day, if you had have got to 140 points, you could have collected it that way.
Yep. No, that wasn't the vehicle.
Oh, wasn't it? It was just the skin. Chest?
Just the skin. Yeah, just the skin.
Oh, that's frustrating. So
no, that's nasty.
Points.
That's nasty.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Who came up with that? And the new vehicle unlocking system doesn't allow you to just buy it anymore. You have to go with public events. So if you missed out, you'll wait till the next round.
I think what they're going to do with that is every second public event will have a vehicle in it on a rolling roster.
I hope so.
I think that's what it's going to be. I think that's what it's going to be. That's just my guesstimate. Or because they do the moon lander, the moon vehicle.
Yeah.
Every full moon, right?
Weeks.
So that's every 4 weeks. And I reckon they could do a vehicle in between If you know what I mean.
Yes. Yep.
I'm
So
actually suffering right now because I didn't finish 800 points, so I didn't get the vehicle. I thought that after the event I could unlock it with coins or gems or whatever. So I realized it will still be unlocked on an event. So I don't have the vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
mm,
You're not the only person in that situation, Jack Rabbit.
Oh my gosh.
There's
Oh.
there's a few
yeah,
unhappy people.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I'm a bit upset because I've gotten all the parts for all for that vehicle, but I'm still missing
Mm-hmm.
nitro on 3 others. I'm like, oh, you've got to be kidding! Got to be kidding!
How did you manage to
Anyway,
get all the parts for it so quickly?
a couple of packs of chests here and there.
Mm.
Like I said, I can't be asked waiting, and I wanted to play
Ka-ching!
with Ka-ching. Yeah, I spent real money. I spent real money. Yeah. Know what you like.
Oh my
But
gosh.
I'm using the vehicle and I'm getting better at it, and I like it more and
Oh.
more. I like it more and more. It is the monster truck without the start issues. You know, in the monster truck, you've got to balance the start to get it to go
Yeah.
fast.
Mhm.
You don't have
Yep.
to do that with this, right?
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
it's the monster truck with better start. It's the rotator without the crazy, flipping over.
Yeah. Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
the racing truck, but it flies longer.
It does fly well.
Um,
Flies
it
very
flies
well.
Mm.
longer, So there's a whole series of things about it that make it a
Yeah.
really good vehicle. And we were talking to the Bell before, and he's done
He's done a
all
few
of the
10Ks.
a few 10. In his words, a few 10Ks. He's missing 3 with the rock
Yep.
bouncer. Missing 3 of all of the tracks. That's a few. Okay. So he's doing quite well.
How to become the bell? How to become the bell, right?
How to become the Bell? Yeah. Play like mad for hours and hours and
Practice,
hours.
and more
Practice
practice.
and more practice. That's the one.
Yes.
That's the one.
Oh gosh. Mhm.
Sorry, Pete.
So,
We digress.
no, that's fine. I suppose I should move on to the team events.
Mhm.
Yes.
Last week's event, which we are both still doing,
Yep.
Days of Poor Weather. 4-track event with 5 vehicles available. Those vehicles are the rally car, lowrider, hot rod, moonlander, and the scooter. I've been going with track 1 with the hot rod, magnet, coin boost, and fuel boost. And
Yep.
that's a moon time attack event.
Yep. With
Um,
going over Bill and going through the freaky tunnel. Yep.
yeah, that freaky tunnel. Do you go over or through or underneath?
I close my eyes and I come out the other side and
And
I don't
hope for
care
the
which way I
best.
went.
As long as it's kind of fast.
Yeah, and I
Yep.
don't hit my head.
and you
That's
don't
fine.
die. Yeah.
Don't die. Yep.
Track 2, I've been using the rally with afterburner, heavyweight, and fume boost or winter tires. I've been going with winter tires, but
Yeah, you got a good score on
y-
that, even with Petey.
yeah, I don't mind that one. You just got to
Yep.
try and angle on that big pyramid of boxes. You got to try and get all of them.
Yep.
So if you
Yep.
angle it right and then hit that one at the bottom, then you should be all right to go through and just make it with enough fuel. Track 3, I've been going Moonlander with fume boost, coin boost, and wheelie boost.
Yep.
So it's a stay on the ground track with no fuel. You got to try and go as far as you can without going in the air too much.
Yep.
I've been hitting 515 meters every single time.
Yep. Yep. And
The most I've got is
you
519.
nice. Nice.
Yes. What were you going to say?
I was gonna say you've turned down the thrusters, yeah?
No, I actually haven't because I'm not using them at all.
Yeah.
So I've
I'm
trained my
just
thumbs to not use them.
Yeah, I can't do that. I just turn it down because guaranteed I'm going to hit both of them at the same time.
Oh, yeah. And track 4 is a long distance track.
Flying.
Sorry, not a
in the
long
air.
distance, a flying distance, yeah. Long jump, but it's in the mines. I've been using scooter with thrusters, wings, and nitro. Nitro is a bit of a funny one because if you hit it when you're a little bit too close to the roof, it'll send you into the roof. So you got to be tactical with it.
And you've got to be angled in the right direction too.
Correct. But if you don't have nitro, which I don't have on my alt account, I've just been using magnet, which is a bit of a rubbish part, but I didn't know what else to put on there to help my cause.
Landing boost to get you down that ramp faster.
I find too much speed doesn't help because you have to slow yourself down. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. All right.
You
No
could
problems.
also use fuel boost.
Yeah, but
Same
again, you've got to
problem.
slow yourself down. Yeah, you've got to slow yourself down. Otherwise, you'll fly straight into that top overhead wall.
Yeah, and you don't get a good enough thrust, I find, with too much speed.
Yep.
New event. I haven't played it yet, but I've watched a couple of videos, and it is called Speed Climbing, with 4 tracks and 5 vehicles available. So first track is cargo, finish as fast as you can. Second one is time attack. Third one is another time attack, and then fourth track is a wheelie, which is in the is it Canyon Arena? I can't remember.
We haven't done wheelie in a while.
No, we haven't. So the vehicle setup is racing track on track 1 with wings, afterburner, and coin boost with downforce on 1. Track 2 is the superbike with winter tires, wings, and coin boost, and also downforce 1. That's an uphill track, by the way. It's a 1 kilometer uphill track, so be careful. Track 3 is the beast with wings, thrusters, and fuel boost. No, not fuel, fume boost.
Yep.
And track 4, the wheelie, is dune buggy, wings, wheelie boost, and jump shocks or coin boost.
Coin. Yep.
Depending on what you prefer.
Yep. Nice.
And that is my team events and public events. On to you, Eva.
Considering we spoke about DeBell, and I kind of missed him when I was talking about the test track last time, he is the only person who has completed the test track with the Moonlander. He does it with landing boost, fume boost, and magnet. I'm going to do a quick watch of him. He takes off quite slowly, gets over the first little hitch with a bit of thrust, lands on landing boost, goes through the logs and over the sand, collects the next fuel, thrusts up over the hill, over the water, lands technically on his roof to flick him over the sand, which is a really good use of the roof. Thrusts himself just onto that fuel, but he doesn't need it because he's got magnet. Over the next sand pit, he is just misses the trap. Collects the next fuel, thrusts down the sand hill, and then thrusts up and over the line. It's a really good run. I've done a lot of stuff with the Moonlander, and that would be quite a good run. So 54.75, really good run.
Wow,
and,
that is good.
I should have a go with the Moonlander just for shits and giggles.
Question:
I have been playing.
Does he start off in racing mode or just normal mode?
Just normal mode. Yeah, just normal
Okay.
mode. Because once you start in racing mode, you're stuck in racing mode.
Yeah.
And
sometimes that can benefit you.
Yeah, it's
Sometimes.
it can be a bit painful when you're trying to climb a hill. So if he got stuck anywhere, he would have needed to be in normal mode. But most of his landings have been in the fast mode because he's using thrusters to move himself fast in the air. So he's landing on 2 wheels, not 3 wheels. Yeah, no, he's done a very good job. I'll post the video and let us know what vehicle you would do if you were a guest and you had a chance to play the test track. So yeah, looking forward to having a bit of fun with the Moonlander, and then seeing if I can beat DeBell, which is gonna be pushing shit uphill. But we'll give it a go. JR.
Yes. For this episode, I'm going to talk about my obsession in the game, which is scrapping all my excess parts. I do it like crazy in the past 2 months. And by crazy, I mean I've spent tens of thousands of gems just to
About time.
just
About time.
You were asking for things to spend them on, and there you go.
But it's not reasonable. I don't find it reasonable, but I don't know why I'm obsessing over it. Just to speed up the process of scrapping. Yeah, so at some point I reached my goal. Okay, I had 0 legendary parts, 0 rare, epic, and common parts. And yeah, I'm still doing it because I think we have acquired so much parts, and when you get to the garage power of 10,000, 11,000, you will just be accumulating parts. And I think FS should upgrade the scrapper. In what way? I don't know how, but just upgrade it. What do you
Would
think?
you fit more parts into it?
I think so. Because 200 parts is too small.
Especially when you have those common parts where you have about 600 of them in scrap. In spares. So you press it once and it's full.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I like that.
Well, I mean, mind you got to remember that they have made some improvements to the scrapper, because at one stage you didn't have the give me just the excess.
You had to remember what was in excess, so you had to work out how many was excess.
Yep. And the numbers of 13, 50, 610, they all ring bells for some reason. Like every other number that's gone into my head that never comes back out, stuck there forever.
Yep.
So how much scrap do you have now, JR?
700,000.
700,000. 700,000.
What about you?
How many gems do you have now?
I was at 26,000 the most, and right now I am at 18,000 gems.
Right. So you've converted 8,000 gems into 700,000 in scrap.
but I had scraps before.
Oh, of course you did.
Yeah, but anyway. Am I the only one hoarding everything?
No.
How many scraps do you have?
647,000.
Okay. What about Eva?
I have 18,000 left.
So you've used.
I don't like spending scrap.
No, I've been pushing because, and I've worked out that jump shocks on the rock bouncer, leave them off the list. Yep, leave them off the list.
Landing boost, pointless.
Landing boost, leave it off the list. I mean, I'm upgrading
it's
them because it's my main.
It's a lot like the monster truck, yeah.
Yep. So, but yeah, like, you know, it's it is what it is. I've gotten it up pretty high. I'm pretty happy with it. But yeah, I had 160 odd thousand in scrap before I started with the monster with the rock bouncer.
Oh.
I've got to remember to make
Well,
sure I call it the rock bouncer, not what we heard before.
Rock lobster.
Rock lobster. It wasn't the rock lobster,
No,
but it rhymes.
was I've got about 120,000 in scrap on my alt account, so I just checked it.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's a
Yeah,
good
I don't
number.
like spending scrap for some reason.
No. All right. Well, do we want to bring in these?
Should we introduce
amazing
our first guest, and he can introduce the other guests?
That sounds like a plan. I reckon we throw Lunatic under the bus. Hey, Lunatic, are you wearing a flak jacket? Because I'm going to throw you under the bus.
No, I'm not. Just in a t-shirt, actually.
Oh, there you go. Well, anyway, so considering you had been speaking to both President and Koenig, and mentioned to them about getting on the podcast and all that sort of stuff, and you wanted to be here as well, I figured join us under the bus and introduce both Koenig and President, give them a real warm welcome, give us some background on them and why you think they're here.
All right. So Koenig is from Sweden, and he is one of the creators of the International Custom Championship, which is a tournament that him and President have created for us. And President is from Italy, but I think he's currently also in Sweden. So, welcome to them.
Yeah, thanks for having us. That is true. We're both from Sweden, I think. Right, President?
Who have we got here?
Yeah, my name is Koenig, and I play for Swedish Power 4 right now. And me and President have co-hosted thank you. Have co-hosted the ICC, what we call it, short for International Custom Championships.
Yep. Okay, so let's take this one step at a time. So first things first, you play on Swedish Power. So a big hello to everybody from Swedish Power. They're an amazing team. We've had a long history with Swedish Power of just having a good laugh and poking fun with them, which we really appreciate. We really love. We had Alice on the show, and Alice was a lot of laughs.
A lot of laughs.
She's like that.
A lot of laughs. Well. So a big hello to Swedish Power. Now, ICC, tell us a little bit. Do we ask a bit more about yourself before we start the ICC?
I think so. Yeah.
Sorry.
I think so.
All right.
The introduction was a bit all over the place.
No, that's it's actually a really nice introduction. So,
Thanks.
I mean, Koenig, when did you start playing? Have you played, HCR1, just HCR2? What got you to Swedish Power? Give us a little bit of background.
So my hill climb racing history, I guess. I haven't played hill climb racing 1 actually. I only started out with the second one, like at the start. I think I've played for maybe at least 5 years, something like that.
Nice.
Although I have taken some like pauses for the game, like for a year or something. I stopped playing.
Yep.
But then I came back recently.
Excellent.
And yeah, that's about it. I've played first in.
You met me.
Yeah, I played first in Tre Kronor, it's called. They're really nice there, but I was just searching for a more competitive team, and that's how I got into Swedish Power. What about you, President?
And I think that I also started playing the game maybe 5 years ago, 6 years ago. Yeah, I don't remember exactly in what year. But I remember that my first daughter was really small, so it had to be that time. And I started in a very small team. And it made sense because I also was not able to play. But then slowly I started learning and become more and more competitive. And now I am a co-leader of Made in Italy. I'm one of the founders of the team. And
Nice.
I also have a second account that I started, I think, almost 2 years ago because I had a spare phone at home and I was wondering, what should I do with that? Let's start a second account. So I joined Swedish. No, wait, it was not Swedish Power at the time. It was Sweden HCR. Yes, because then it made the merge with the Swedish Power. So I started playing for them, the second team, because I had a very small garage. Because I was living in Sweden between 2012 and 2016. No, 17, sorry. So I said, okay, why not? I also understand a little bit of Swedish, if it's written, not spoken. So I asked if I could join them, and they let me in. And since then I just continued my path with them. And now I am in Swedish Power. And that's how I met Koenig also, because, as you said, it's a very nice team, very active, and they have so many activities.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
so, it's when they started with the custom maps, then we also started doing something like that in Made in Italy. And maybe we can tell them how we came up with the idea of the tournament.
So just before you go down that path, your Swedish accent is very Italian. So even though you lived in Sweden, di dove vieni?
Close to Milano, north of Italy.
Close to Milan. Oh, north of Italy.
Yes.
Okay.
And believe me, I'm even trying to hide a little bit my Italian accent. It could have been much worse. Come on.
I can tell. I was born in Adelaide, but when I was 5, I went to Italy and I didn't speak a word of Italian when I went to Italy. But when I came back, parlavo il napoletano.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I think that is something.
Sounds Italian.
Yeah, he said that he was speaking the dialect in Naples. Yeah, that's.
Yep.
Yeah, probably I would even understand that.
Oh, it's not that bad. Napoletano is as close to proper Italian as probably any of the other dialects.
Well, if you speak dialects are completely different languages than Italian. Like the words also are different. So I think that if you speak proper dialect from Naples, I would not understand it. Like if I speak my dialect, that is Bergamo, actually it's like this town close to Milan, you would not understand a word.
Yep. No. I understand that. I studied Italian to year 12, so I speak proper Italian, and then I also spoke dialect with mum and dad.
I see.
And my first wife's parents were from Benevento, so I spoke a bit of that as well.
Okay.
So I speak fluent Italian, and I read and write in Italian as well.
That's nice. Yeah, it's always nice to know more languages.
Yeah. So, and I speak one line of Swedish, which I had a joke with Koenig before. It basically says I don't speak Swedish. So.
Jag pratar inte svenska. Yeah. That's also the first thing I learned.
One of the best lines. Essential for survival here in Sweden.
Essential for survival. Yeah, I don't speak. I don't. Yes. I was in Milan. No, I was in Rome on a moped in an area that was pedonale, which is foot traffic. Yeah. And the police pulled me over because I was riding the moped. And when they pulled me up, they started speaking to me in Italian, which I understood. And I looked at them very dead quiet and went, Perso, I'm lost. I don't speak Italiano. Grazie, indirizzo. So I'm just pronouncing all these words really badly. Then they laughed at each other. They laughed at me. They laughed at each other. Then told me where I had to go to get to this address. And as I drove off, I said grazie, grazie, grazie. And then they said turn left, and I turned right.
They used the tourist card.
Tourist card, yeah. Tourist card. Don't speak Italian. I'm getting away with it. So, all right. So we've digressed. We've gone off track. So tell us about ICC. I'll let you guys share the story and tell us a bit about what it is, how we can get involved, and
how it
go for your
became a
life.
thing.
Yeah, how it all started.
All right, should I start, President?
Yeah, so basically how it started is that, as I mentioned before, both in Swedish Power and in Made in Italy, we separately organized some kind of internal tournament on custom maps. So basically we were creating custom maps and then anybody could run them, and we had some kind of ranking of the players who were first, second, and third. But then it happened once, I think, that in Swedish Power, they didn't have a map. And in Made in Italy, we just finished one of the maps that I created. And so then I passed it to them. And I said, yeah, just run this one. It was fun. People liked it. Yeah. And so then for Swedish Power, they had the motivation to beat our first. And they did. I think Shock was the first in the end. So then speaking with Koenig, we thought that, yeah, why don't we make like a real competition? I create one map, you create another map. And then at the same time, we race it. And this time, Koenig created the other map, and we made this competition like between us only. And then at the same time, we were thinking like, why don't we involve also other countries? Why don't we see if someone else wants to join? Like we make a mini tournament. That was the original idea.
Yeah, we were first thinking small, but then the
exactly.
became bigger.
I think that, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that you got in touch with Lunatic. And then I got contacts from Germans, French, and Hungarians. So we were thinking like, yeah, let's make maybe six countries competition. We made the server, and then all of a sudden, it's like hundreds of people coming in.
Yeah, when we first opened the server, we were so surprised. Because there were, like, I think in the first 2 hours or so, there were like 500 people rolling in constantly.
Yes, so, I think in the beginning it was really like a big mess because we didn't know how many people would come, because we also say, yeah, of course, everyone is welcome to join. Honestly, we didn't think so many people would be interested, but then like privately people were reaching out to us, can I also join? Can I also join? Like, yeah, of course, like bring in as many people as you can, no? And at the same time, people...
How big is your server? How many members have you got at the moment?
I think we currently have. Well, I can check actually.
More than 1,700.
Yeah,
I think it's like between 1,700 and 1,800.
1,750.
Pretty amazing.
Currently.
Yeah, but also there are like maybe a couple of hundreds or maybe 300. I don't know, who don't have a country role. So basically, they are in the server, but I don't know what they do. They cannot play because they don't have a country role. Yeah, because in that way they cannot see the. In that way, they cannot see the tracks.
Just mention real quick, because of you guys being on the podcast and Luna asked questions in your server, we had a bunch of people join our server. That put us over 1,000 members, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
so now you cannot see anymore how many people are, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You don't see anymore the offline people.
I think Lunatic announced I announced that we were joining the pod, and for people to like come with questions, whatever they want to ask. And then we put the server link for the Austin server in our like announcements, and then people started rolling in, I guess.
Thank you for doing that.
Thank you. And what I was going to say is, if you are listening and you are on their server and you haven't clicked a nationality, then go and do it.
Exactly.
Yes.
So I have joined.
I've ruined the flow.
No, that's all right.
No,
that's
but can I have a question?
Sure.
What country represents the most members? Does it make sense? Like, have you counted?
Yeah, we can see that. We can see that how many people reacted to a flag. Yeah, Germans have more than 100.
Yeah, they've been dominating the whole tournament. But
nice.
the biggest like teams currently are Germany, Hungary, USA, of course, and I think Spain are quite big as well, and Italy, of course.
Yes. Yeah, I think there have been many surprises among, like, considering the amount of people joining the teams, because I clearly remember that Spain in the beginning was struggling to get the 30 players that we set as a kind of a threshold to be an independent country participate in the tournament. But then they they managed to advertise it so much, and everyone got into it, and now, yeah, I mean, they are doing really great.
Yeah, they had big rivalry with Germany the other week.
Yes.
We still have some problems to figure out regarding the server. Like, it's still quite new, so we run into a lot of problems that we have to like fix as the tournament is going on as well. So.
You call those birthing pains.
Exactly.
So obviously the tournaments have started. If someone wanted to join and get involved in the next round, or is it round based? Is it just
it's rounds.
Track based?
It's
okay,
rounds.
so when's the next joining date? When can people join in to be part of it next?
Anytime.
Like,
yeah.
The schedule for us is we have one match on Monday at 1 p.m. I think. I'm not good with times. CET. And the other map is released on Thursday at the same time as on Monday. And then we close. The matches go from like on two days. So from Monday to Wednesday and Thursday to Saturday. You can join anytime.
The current round is going to be 1 hour and a half. So if you haven't played yet, you have time to do it. But I think you don't release it right.
No,
but as we speak now, it's just 1 hour and a half to go. No, but we made it in a way to be as free as possible, also because our possibilities to advertise the tournament are also quite limited. So, it can happen that a player hears about the tournament randomly at some point while we are playing, and so why to keep this person out? It's welcome to join. If this person has already a country playing, can join that country. If it's from a country with a few players, like for example Ireland, I think has a couple of players, they can join the rest of the world team. So yeah, everyone is welcome to join, and we made it in this way, trying to be as inclusive as possible.
Exactly.
Excellent. Oh, that's great. That's really good.
That does sound really good.
Yeah, I should get my ass into gear and actually do some.
I was actually thinking the same thing.
I unfortunately I've been running around like a madman and then doing stupid stuff for no reason. So no, I really need to join in on the next one. So as of Monday, I will join the next tournament.
Ooh.
Yeah,
sounds good.
It'd be great if as many AusNZ people could join the tournament as possible, because the people currently from our team have started to die down a little bit. The initial hype's gone. We need as many people as we can get.
Yep.
Yeah, we're currently in around 10, I think.
Calling all AusNZ members, jump in and jump on board with us.
Yeah.
Just contact me and I can invite you if you don't already have an invite.
I think the server invite is in your server as well, but it's in the general public, so it's quite far up probably.
I think it may have expired. That link.
Oh yeah, that was because we didn't have.
If you can send us a new link, I will attach it to our announcement.
All right.
And I'll attach it to the podcast YouTube channel comment as well. So maybe leave it open for 7 to 10 days or 30 days.
I can put it so it never.
Yeah,
the maximum is 7 days. Otherwise, it never. It's called like goes away.
Yep. No. Sounds good. Sounds good.
Right.
Alrighty. So tell us a bit more about yourselves. I mean, we're going to start some questions from the community, but JR, do you have a question? You have a usual question, don't you?
not a question, but I have noticed in Swedish Power, I saw a very familiar player, Captain Andis. When did he join?
Captain Andes.
Yeah, he's there. Did you see him
Yes,
in
he
the main
joined for
team?
this month. Yeah.
Oh, for this month. Okay, so
I
how
think
was
it's
he?
very, very recent. I think good.
So he's
Yes.
been
He's a very good
touring.
time attack player.
Has he joined like the first team, President?
Yeah.
Yes. He joined the
Oh,
first.
okay,
team.
that's
saw
why I
him
just
there.
don't know because I'm in the fourth team. So
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, we would. He's a very good friend of the Audiency server, and give us a shout out to him.
Because
we will do
he
that.
was in Black Sails with Bear.
Yeah,
So,
he was. Maybe he's touring
yes,
right now.
maybe.
Yeah.
Any further questions for us?
Pete, did you have anything else?
Yeah, I did have one in my head, but that just threw me. Let me have a think. Who is there one set person who creates the maps that you guys run, or is it like it comes from a pool of maps created?
It's we have updated the system recently. Actually, in the beginning, me or President made maps on Mondays, and I made map on Thursdays.
Okay.
But then it's quite a bit of work, as you might think.
Yes,
So we've
it is.
introduced track testers that test the tracks. So we had a lot of problems with Nitro being overpowered and people complaining, etc. So we have track testers that have good, like high GP and good skill sets, and they try to like look for negatives in the map and what like vehicles are good or not. And then we have a lot of submissions coming in as well, so people can make a map now that, for example, it's free track testing. People can send in their maps, and we take a look at them, send them to the track testers, and then we all decide together which maps to use, which maps don't. So it's kind of a map pool, I guess, nowadays you can call it.
Very nice. These track testers, are they also in the competition, or are they just purely for testing?
They're also in the competition.
They are, yeah.
So they get a little bit of a sneak peek before it gets released.
Yeah, exactly. But we try to like have
This was the
people
reason
that
why we
won't
need to
tell
keep
the
low
community.
the amount of these track testers. Because otherwise too many people can look at them. But, let's say that we really trust these people, and I must say that since when they joined, they are giving very, very good feedback. For example, the previous round we had a map in the magnet environment, and I don't know if you remember, but there is in the beginning this metal platform that kind of bounces when you go on top. Originally, there was no. The beginning was all smooth, and one of these testers figured out that with the wheelie and the nitro on the superbike, you could just get to the almost the finish lane, earning like 2-3 seconds over any other technique. So then I introduced this thing so that the wheelie was more horizontal, and so kind of taking away a bit of power to the nitro. So in the end, nitro could still be used, but still was not the only strategy that was gave a winning chance. So basically, this is what we are trying to do. So try to see if the nitro is just too strong and try to limit it, because of course we cannot prevent from using it. It's too powerful. If you look at any track also in the game, like 80%, 70% of the tracks are done with the nitro, the world records. So it's really, really difficult to not make it a winning strategy. What we are trying to do is just to limit it so that also people who are good at Kanga or other techniques can have a chance. And I think that recently we kind of managed.
One way of limiting nitro is limiting fuel.
Yeah, we've tried that, but
not necessarily.
Yeah, we've made like 1 kilometer maps, and they still don't work because nitro is still so powerful. One nitro boost can overpower almost any other part, even if you only have like half a nitro boost from the start. Because you always get one when you have a perfect start. So
perfect start. Yeah.
It's super hard to do.
I was playing with Nitro the other night, and watching a couple of different strategies to using it, and noticed that if you were almost out of fuel when you picked up the next fuel, you got a very small boost back.
Yeah, it only gives you as much as you have left in the fuel canister or something.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a
The
percentage
thing
of
is
the
that if
amount of
we
fuel
try
you've
to go
got.
for that way, then we need to kind of make just extremely long tracks, because otherwise
extremely long tracks with
they are
very
still
limited fuel.
So if you try to follow this way, then you are just telling people just use Kanga mode, because then there is no other way to use another.
Exactly.
Pretty much.
And I was really frustrated. Yes, sorry, yes.
I was going to say, because you say that the tracks are only used for that once and then not used anymore. Have you seen our podcast test track?
I have tried it actually. I've played a bit, but it's hard, I must say.
It's
very hard.
Thank you.
Look at the top guy, John. That's a crazy time.
Yeah, it is a crazy time. I purposefully made it as hard as possible, with lots of little traps and lots of things, because I wanted it to be a lot of fun, and I wanted to have people trying their hardest to just have a go. Like, it's not about being the fastest. I'm going to talk about everybody that's been playing it. So, but it's one of those things. So I'm gonna put this out there. If we gave you a link to the test track for one of the competitions, the winner of that competition could be a next guest. How's that?
That's a good idea. That like currently our maps are made so we play one country against one another. So there are 22 teams as of now, and so each time you have to make 11 tracks.
Yep.
But like with the idea you came with, we could make it so we only have one link and everyone plays on the same one as a collaboration with Ozin, maybe.
Yep. Well, what I'm thinking is not giving you exactly the same track, but making
of course,
almost the same.
Otherwise, the leaderboards will be spammed with random players.
Yeah, with random players, and I want to keep it to the. So what I'll do is I will try and copy that track, and re-release it, and then give you a link to the re-release, and that way you don't have any of the, fast times on there either as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
No Johns on the leaderboard.
No Johns on the leaderboard. No. So no, should be fun. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, we can truly do that.
Alrighty. Do you guys want to start the community questions?
I was thinking maybe we should get Luna to ask the first question.
Oh, Luna, we're under the bus here, so get comfortable.
Just sticking with the theme.
So, a question from Fiery: is there anyone who inspires your HCR2 journey?
Good question. I actually have no idea. I don't watch that much of Fulcrum Racing. President, what about you?
Same here. I don't have anyone who inspires me. Like, what inspires me to continue playing the game is the team event, actually, because I like this type of challenges, playing with the team, interacts with my teammates, and that's basically it. So far that there is something interesting going on there, I feel inspired.
Yeah, it's kind of the same for
Good
me. What's
answer.
keeping me playing? It's like the teams. Our team is very nice, so that helps, and just the fun of playing together and coming up with new tactics or whatever.
All right. Okay. Fiery's got a second question. He's asking if we plan on making a season 2 for the ICC champion tournament.
We are actually. That was our in the beginning. We even thought about doing that. But we're gonna do after the 22 matches are done. we will probably have like a short break of a month or so, and then we were planning on making a season 2 with better planned out maps and whatnot, because we've learned a lot, like what we could do better this first season.
Did you say there was 22 races to get through?
I think
21.
Right? Yeah,
21.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because there are 22 teams, so there are 21 rounds.
Oh, yeah,
I think that in the first edition we were a little bit limited because in the beginning, as I mentioned already before, it was a little bit of everything done in a rush. Because we didn't know how many teams would play, and also you know how it is with the game. No? You have a lot of enthusiasm, so you say, yeah, we're there, and then all of a sudden no one shows up. So it was very difficult also to design another format, because I can understand that like a regular season like we are doing now, where almost all the interesting matches have already been played. So it can be it's not the right format, just so to say. Yeah, but the thing is that if we made another format and then a team does not participate, then it alters the whole tournament. So this was the safest way, because if then a team doesn't play anymore, you just give like a resting round to the opponent that was supposed to be, and so then everything is evened out. But definitely for the second tournament, I know there's going to be also a question related to this, so I can maybe already address it. We are going to change completely the format. And what I have in mind right now is to make 4 groups and divide the teams in these 4 groups. Say that we can get 24 teams participating, 24 countries. Then we would have 4 groups of 6 teams each. And this is something that we will still discuss about it. But I was thinking to consider the final ranking of this first edition and take the first 4 and consider them like heads of these groups, so then they will not meet in the group. Then the second 4, so from 5th to 8th position, in the same way, so they will not meet with each other, but they will meet one of the 4 leaders. Maybe the last 4 to keep them separate, and then all the ones in between shuffled and assigned randomly. So then we are going to have 4 groups that are kind of even with the strength of the teams, and then make 3 different rounds of playoffs. For the top 2 are going to meet in quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals for the winner. So that will decide position from 1 to 8. Then playoff that will decide position from 9 to 17. And then the last 2 that will play the last playoff round for the last 8 positions. And I think that this is going to be cooler because all the cool matches are going to be in the end, and the playoff, I can see them as at the best of 3 matches. So every round is going to be played on 3 races, not at the same time, but so that, because now the top teams have already met in some occasions, and the difference in the score was even sometimes 30 points. And I think that it's very sad if like a competition is lost because of those 30 points. So I think that if these team countries can play against each other 2 or 3 times, then it's like better to see who is really the strongest. And possibly in each round to keep the tracks separated by type. For example, one is a Kanga, one is with thrusters, one is full speed. Then you randomize the order. So if the first one wins, if one country wins the first one, the other country wins the second one, then you have the last in which you go all in. But then, of course, if a country wins the first 2, then there is no need for the third race. So I can see something like this that is going to be a little bit more thrilling, so to say. No.
Yeah, so basically it's going to change a lot for season 2.
Yeah, that sounds very much like the way soccer teams meet in finals, quarterfinals, etc. And sounds like a fantastic idea because, by the sounds of it, I think those last couple of matches could almost be televised. You know, in inverted commas, televised to basically get other people watching the game.
Yes, of course. I was not expecting this, but apparently players really like to share their strategies in the general chat and everything. So I think that this is something that we can really insist on, because it's actually cool to show the skills of good players.
Well, not only that, but from what I've seen of all of the test tracks, all the tracks that you can play, you can see everybody's run. You can actually watch a replay of everybody's run, not just the fastest ones. Even if you cut it back to just the ones with super diesel or just the ones with mono wheel or whatever, you can see their runs as well, which is really cool because picking apart how someone's done something and the strategies is half the battle of playing this game well.
True.
Yes.
Being able to land somewhere and get that first bounce right is one thing, but and then seeing someone set up and they've used afterburner, wings, and coin, but not realizing how they get that push off the first bit or whatever, and then being able to see the replays is awesome. So
exactly.
yeah.
Half of the game is just watching replays, basically. If you want to have times.
But not only watching the replays, but also trying. Like, I've been having a little in-house. I've been having a little in-house fun with one of the guys on the team that I'm playing with at the moment. He put up a track. We started playing it. I've been beating his super diesel time with the chopper, and he'll come back and beat me again. I'll go back and beat him again. But I reckon I've gotten to the point where I can't go any faster. But it's another reason to pick up the game. It's just to have a bit of fun. So yeah, this is very, very cool indeed. And from what you've just discussed, President, I reckon it's going to be very cool.
Yeah.
We are also very happy that people liked it so much because, of course, if people didn't like it, we wouldn't bother to make another edition. But so many people have already been asking for that, so definitely we are going to give it a try. And considering this new format that we want to test, I think it's going to be really cool. People will appreciate it much more. The tournament, I think, is going to be shorter overall. But I think it's going to increase the suspense more and more until the final rounds. Yep. And that's going to be really cool. And something that I want to tell now before I forget is like to anyone who's listening to this podcast, keep recruiting people, keep spreading the voice, because so far Germany seems the unbeatable team, but actually Germany struggled to win the other top team against the other top teams. And I'm sure that if these other teams can get more and more players involved, then it's going to be all another story to tell in the next the next edition.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Pete, do you have a question?
Yeah. I'd love to keep going in order of the questions asked, but I just can't go past this question from RF Racing. Do you like cheese? And I'm going to add a little bit to it. What is your favorite cheese?
That's a good question. I do indeed like cheese. Who doesn't? Favorite cheese? I don't know. It has a Swedish name, so I have no idea. It's called Hushållsost. I don't know, President. Do you know about it?
No, man, I'm lactose intolerant.
Okay. That's sad. Okay.
That's a terrible thing. That's a terrible thing for an Italian to be lactose intolerant.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, no, but I can say that my favorite one is, of course, Grana Padano, because it's a very hard cheese, and so it has no lactose. So that's the one I can eat. No, but I also love Gouda, the Dutch cheese. That's also.
That one is good. It's good.
Yeah.
Well, I can say that I have now tried Comté from France. We had
that looks really good.
Yeah, we had Velkerin on many episodes ago when they were asked about Comté. We talked about it, and I googled it. And the other day, I was in a very, very exquisite cheese shop and found it and went, I must have some. So I took it home, and it was delicious, absolutely delicious. There is so many flavors in it. It's not funny. It is just amazing, absolutely amazing. So I'm so glad we talk about cheese.
It's a good thing in this world.
It is a good thing in this world. JR, do you have a question?
I will go with my usual question. what are your other hobbies other than playing HCR2? And do you have any pet peeves within the game? Koenig, would you like to go first?
Yeah, sure. What I do outside the game? Good question.
Yeah.
I'm like currently 18 years old, so I don't have a job yet, or not a.
Mm-hmm.
I work part time at the warehouse
Mm-hmm.
for some extra cash, but I still go to school. So I'm in my last year, and then in my spare time, I guess I play other video games, and also I play archery actually.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
how
Yeah.
long have you been playing archery?
2 years I have.
Oh, have you won a major
always-
tournament or championship?
I mostly play for fun actually, or I recruit for fun.
Okay.
But we have some small like competitions in the club.
Yeah.
But I just I try to compete against my like last record, so I don't play. It's not professional or anything, but just for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've always been interested in archery.
Maybe you should try
Archery
it.
and axe throwing. I reckon that'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, axe throwing sounds like a lot of fun as well.
Yeah. What about your pet peeve in the game? And something you find very annoying?
So I find very annoying.
Yeah.
I hate wheelies with a burning passion. It's the worst thing.
What? No
I
way.
can't do
High
them
five!
at all. I can't do
Wheelies
it.
are great.
I'd be
You
I
just
really
need
good with
to
I just
find your
can't.
balance.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's basically it.
Okay.
President,
What
yes.
about your president? What's your other hobbies and anything you find annoying in the game?
So other hobbies, I have two
Mhm.
kids. So basically, I don't have a much more free time.
Yeah.
No, I would say that it's a lot of fun also to play with them.
Yep.
Other things that I do other than playing the game, I play in Swedish. It's called innebandy, which is floorball. I think in English
Ooh.
it's hockey, but in the gym with a round ball and normal shoes. Yeah, that's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
And what I hate in the game, well, I must say I find really annoying the system in the Canyon League, in which now many teams are playing to lose, and they alter completely the ranking in the end. You know, there is this thing that you meet the opponent depending on how many wins you have, and because they don't give any bonus for win, so there are some teams that to get a weaker opponent in the next match, they rather get some players to quit the game like while when the match is almost over, so then they get to lose, and so basically this ruins completely the ranking. I am for fair competitions, and I think that when people play that strategy, it's really unfair, and I really hate it. So yeah, that is what annoys me. And everything else is okay. Wheelie thrusters, even though I'm not exceptional at anything, I like this variety of things, and I like to challenge myself. So whatever comes in the game, I play it, and that's okay. But
Yes.
it's this flow of the competition that really annoys me, and I hope they will fix at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a bit sad. I think what they need to do is if a player leaves, their score must remain. So and then
something, yeah. Yeah, I mean, they could make just very little modifications, you know, just give a bonus of 1,500 points per win, so then to lose is not convenient anymore. And then if a player leaves the team, then you just don't allow this player to go back to the team for a week. There is also this thing about the name, right? That if you change your name, then you have to keep it for a certain amount of days. They could do exactly the same. And when you play against the empty team, because this is also something that alters the ranking, you just halve the score that you make. Because of course, playing against an empty team doesn't really add anything to the competition. I think that in this way, then it would be everything more fair, instead of finding teams who lose all the matches, but then they win 3 times or 4 times against an empty team, and then they end up in 25th position at the end of the month. So that really is so annoying.
Certainly.
All right.
Eva? Yeah?
My question. So this is a question from Cap A. Big shout out to Cap A, big long time listener. and I'm enjoying his podcast as well, or his little videos. Were you expecting the amount of people to join when you launched the ICC?
Not at all.
No. We already answered that. We were thinking to have like a mini tournament, and no, we would never expect anything like that.
Yeah,
At some point, we were like, man, what's happening?
Yeah, like maybe 4 teams at max playing, but then it just...
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So, and then his follow-up question to that was, do you think that Germany in Ari will ever lose?
I think
maybe
so, yes.
In this round, in this championship, it might not happen. I don't know. But in the next edition, for sure, yes.
Next one will be much more fair.
Yes.
Right now, Germany had the biggest player base in the beginning. Then they played against Hungary, was their closest match, I think. But back then, Hungary didn't have as many players, I think. That was a big part of player base might be. We try to make it so player base is irrelevant because we only count the top 50.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, more players mean more better players, and yeah.
Yep.
That's most likely why they have a big advantage right now.
Yep. Perfect. Pete, up to you.
Yep. I've got one from Hurricane PR, and he would like to know, has picking this game up affected your daily life? If yes, how?
Certainly. A lot for me, at least. I don't know if it's for President, but for me, I still go to school. So I have perfect timing because on Thursdays when it's my turn to make maps and publish them, I have lunch break exactly at 12:30, I think. So it fits perfectly in the scheme, but I must say it's quite a lot of work, like moderating the server and also like trying to make new maps and come up with new ideas and all that.
I would imagine there'd be a lot of admin to run this ICC.
Yeah, in the beginning we thought we might only need maybe being president is enough, but we have, I don't know how many. I think we have 6 admins and a lot of representatives. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I must say that the tournament is working smoothly now because we get a lot of help from these representatives. I think that this delegating activity worked really well because the representatives have the task to count the points at the end of the match and to provide it in a dedicated channel, so then I can collect all the results and then publish the round results and the ranking. And if we had to do all this, it would have been impossible. So I think we take occasion also to thank all the representatives who are helping to do this, because it's it's a massive job, and we really appreciate their help. And to answer the question, of course, the game affected my routine. Now I have, of course, tight schedule at work and then with the kids and so on. But whenever I have a break, I, of course, now take care of the server, and then, of course, also take care of my accounts, play the team events. So I think I'm well organized now. But I dedicate a lot of time to that.
Yeah,
excellent.
JR?
Okay, here. I found a question from Aaron. Is there a prize for the winning country?
As of current, we don't have. It's more of maybe a Discord title, in the server, for all team, and it's more honor, I would say. And
yes, honor and right to brag. That's what I usually say.
Bragging right.
No, also because it would be very difficult to give an award, because it's just if you work with the team event, it's easy because there are 50 people in a team. But now it's just anyone with a flag can get can win. Then there are also many players who are not in the Discord server because maybe they don't have Discord, as in their country Discord is not so popular, so they work through Telegram or other messenger chats. So it's very difficult to collect who really contributed to the win, and maybe someone just joins before the last round. It would be very, very difficult. And then if Germany wins, you have to give a prize to I don't know how many hundreds people are going to be in the end.
Maybe when you open the server, it plays the national anthem for that country.
Can we do that? I'm not really technological, but if we can do that, let's do it.
Neither am I, but it sounded good.
Yeah. Regarding that question, actually, in the future, I thought about maybe contacting Fingersoft itself, see if they're maybe interested in like cooperating with us, and maybe this is an idea that a winner or like 3 people could get a skin or something in game.
Yeah,
if
doesn't
there's a
hurt
collaboration.
I'm getting in touch with a moderator of the game's Discord server, the official one, and he brought up the thing to Fingersoft people, but he told me that he was not really thinking that it would work, not even for advertising. Yeah, because I spoke just about advertising the server to begin with. Because if you go and ask for prices, it's like, who the hell are you? But even just for advertising, it's not something that brings money to them, or so why would they do that? I know it's sad to say, but that's how a company works. So, and also giving the prize, how do you choose to whom to give the prize? Like, how do you know which are the players? So what, someone has to give a list, and I don't know, I think it feels just too weird. Like if it was an individual competition and then you have like really a winner and you know who's that player and then you give something to the first, second and third, then maybe something different. But if it's a country, you cannot really, we made it in a way that it's so open that you cannot really figure out who plays when and if it's in the server or not. So I don't think that giving a prize is something feasible now or never, unfortunately.
Yeah. Just they can have your devotion for the rest of the eternity.
Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
So I'm going to tick off a couple of questions here because you guys have already answered a fair bit of stuff that was kind of asked by other people. So AK1 Spest, he's basically asked, did you plan to organise a second ICC? If yes, blah blah blah, lots of things, and you've answered all of that really, really, really well already. So I just wanted a big shout out to AK1 Spest. There was another question from Flame about why there's always nitro being used in maps, and again, you guys have answered. This already. Emmett has asked, what games do you play outside of HCR2? So, Koenig, you're more that sort of person because President says he doesn't play any other games. What do you play?
Exactly.
I've played a lot of games throughout my years, but currently I play Valorant. It's like a first-person shooter, and I've moved back to Fortnite actually because the old map is back, so it's a lot of nostalgia playing it. Yeah, and then for 8 years I think I played Minecraft or something. So I have a few hours in that game as well.
Yep. Very cool. Very cool. Back to you, Pete.
I was thinking, Luna, did you want to ask another question?
Sure. I can ask one.
Excellent.
How about from Shadows? What do you do for a living and what car do you own?
I think President's more available for this question.
Okay, so what do we do for a living? I am a senior research scientist in a pharmaceutical company, and what I do is to try to cure genetic diseases. In these diseases, there is like some damage to DNA, and what I try to do is to fix it. Yeah, I think it's a really cool job because there is no cure for these diseases. You can just treat the symptoms. So basically, the disease is going to show up at some point. So yeah, trying to find a cure is something that I think is really cool. So that's what I do. And I don't own a car because in Sweden it's I'm paying too much for the rent, so I cannot afford a car because also the cost for cars is too much, and also public transport works well. And so far I don't need one. But before, when I was in Italy, I had a Volkswagen Polo.
Ooh. Depends what city you live in here in Sweden. Like first, the big cities, you almost don't need a car because you can go by bike everywhere, or public transport is really well established, like almost everywhere. So you can get around quite easily.
I'm very disappointed here. I'm very disappointed. We have an Italian who can't eat cheese and drove a Golf.
And lives in Sweden.
And lives in Sweden. And I had an Alfa Romeo and I lived in Australia. No, I'm just staring. It's good. It's good.
Just staring.
The Golfs. Yeah, no, just staring.
I got a question.
JR? Oh, Pete. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I got one from Kind. He would like to know, which device do you use to play Hill Climb on?
I use my phone. It's a OnePlus 6T, I think. Quite old phone, but does the job. So.
What brand is a OnePlus 6T?
I'm on a OnePlus 3T, so that's even older.
Oh, okay.
2015, maybe.
Yeah, I bought mine off like it's like used. I didn't buy it new, but
same.
Yeah, but I think it's good actually. I have no complaints about it actually. Works well.
My dad actually has
what brand is that? I don't know what OnePlus
is.
It's
OnePlus. It's called.
It's made by the same company as Oppo, so it's pretty much an Oppo.
Oh, okay. Yeah, cool.
President?
I'm using a Galaxy S22 for a main account and A52 for the second account.
Nice. Nice.
Cool.
Nice.
When I started with the second account, I had a much older phone, and it was so nice because it was basically squared. It was still a Samsung, but it was so nice because in the multi-jump, I could see the landing point like 2 seconds in advance compared to the other phone that was much newer, but also, it had this longer shape. It was so bad when it broke because, of course, it was old. But it was so useful to have it more squared.
I have a question from Nip. I'm going to try that again. Nipatsu? Yeah, Nipatsu YT. This is just for President. Why did you use the name President? Where's your name come from?
I'm ashamed to tell. No, okay, so when I installed the game for the first time, I had on YouTube some radio show of Italian comedian. And because I was not expecting that I was supposed to choose a name, but I couldn't go further when I installed the game. So I was like, wow, what do I put? And this guy was mocking Berlusconi, Silvio Berlusconi. And he had this kind of acting in which he was saying with Berlusconi's tone of voice, I am your president. And so I was like, okay, let's put president. Then I will change it in a second moment. But then it turns out I joined a team, and then it was so annoying when there were these kids that were changing that name every day, because at the time it was possible. And I didn't know who was who, so then I said, okay, fine. I will keep my name so that at least people know who I am. So, yeah, president stayed.
Nice. Excellent. Pete, I think there's one last question there from Robbo Shark. And then we could move on to the Never Have I Ever.
You want me to ask it?
Oh no, I'm just saying. There's one more question. I was just sorry.
Okay, I'll ask it. I'm going to call him RoboShark because I think that's what it means, not RoboShark.
It's RoboShark.
RoboShark. When will there be a flip boost map?
That's a hard thing to tell, I must say. It's like we were working on.
Can you repeat the question? I didn't hear it.
when will there be a flip boost map?
A flip boost map?
Yeah, that's a hard
Yes.
What
thing
is
to do,
that?
I must say. Flip boost,
I
when you do a
have-
flip, you get a
It's a
boost.
part.
It's a part of the game.
Okay, okay. Oh, yeah, we can think of something like that. But I
Yeah.
think it's very difficult to plan this type of maps. But yeah,
Yeah.
why not? Let's see. Let's see.
We can try to make one.
So-
When you don't expect it is going to be.
Next Monday.
Exactly.
Then the next Monday.
You never know.
All right. Lunatic, are you joining in on the Never Have I Ever?
I could do. Why not?
Why not? Okay,
That's
well, in
the
that
spirit.
case, I
So
like
far
it.
Okay.
that our identity stays secret.
You can say whatever you want,
Okay.
President. It's secret.
So I think it's now time to do the quiz for all podcast guests, as we usually do. The title of the quiz is Never Have I Ever Hill Climb Racing Edition. So 1 point
Ooh.
each. Yeah, 1 point each for something that you have never done before in the game. So we'll go through a sequence of guests who will answer. We could go through President first, and then Koenig, and then Lunatic.
Mhm.
Okay? So here is the
Alright.
first question.
It's very
Have you
simple.
ever reached... Yeah?
Sorry, it's very simple answers. It's yes, I have, or no, I've never done.
Yeah.
Alright, sounds good.
Yeah. Okay, let's do this. So
Yeah.
the first question is, have you ever reached the maximum GP?
No, I haven't.
No. I haven't
No,
even got
no.
close.
Okay.
There are some components who are just useless, so there is no need to max them.
Uh, and Luna?
Nope. Never
No,
been
no for all three. Okay. Next question. Have you ever achieved the maximum 15K score in a track?
No.
I have.
No,
actually.
wait. Oh, yeah, in the... Yes, I have. Sorry.
Yes, President is yes. Koenig?
I was yes as well. I have.
Yes, you have. Luna?
Indeed.
Yep, I actually got it in the first, I think it was the first stage of the first map, the first event that had the 15K scoring.
Oh,
Now you're just
cool.
Now you're just showing off.
They are. Okay, the third question is, have you ever reached the road to legendary?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, for me as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Next question, have you ever started your own team?
I have.
No.
Oh, sorry. President is first, my bad.
No, I
No?
haven't.
You
I have
haven't?
been a
Okay.
founder, but always co-leader.
I have made one, but no one joined. That's very sad.
Yeah.
So you,
Oh.
Lunatic.
What did you say? Yeah.
What about you, Luna?
Yeah, I did have one. It was in Div 3. It had max players and it went for about 6 months, I think.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
You have. Yeah. Okay, next question. Have you ever spent real money in the game?
I have a VIP subscription, so yes.
Mm-hmm.
Sadly, yes.
Mm-hmm.
No, I have never.
Oh, you have never.
Ooh,
Okay.
Wow.
Another one.
Nope.
You still get
Mhm.
ads then, right?
Yep.
Yes,
Oh,
a
Yes,
whole lot
yes,
of
he
ads.
would. Yeah.
On my phone,
Okay.
I can just go home and then back into the game and the ad will disappear.
Oh, okay.
It's quite useful.
Okay. Yes. The next question is, have you ever participated in any HR2 tournament?
Well, that's obvious.
Yes, of
They
course.
We
run
want to
it.
hear them answer.
Hang on.
That's why
Have
we're
they?
here.
Have they? Go on.
Yeah, have you ever participated? Okay, I'll ask if you have participated in other tournaments.
Yes, I did.
Oh,
I have as well, I think, if I remember correctly.
Yep. I have also.
yes. So all have participated. Okay, question number 7. Have you ever thought of giving up playing the game?
I will give up playing the game in the moment they remove the team event part. Because, as I said, that's the only thing I care about. No, well, now also the tournament, of course. But yeah. Otherwise, no, I'm not.
Okay, you haven't? Tony?
I have also. I even stopped playing for like a year or so. But I have considered when you get like mad at the game and especially wheelies, since I hate it so much.
But they're really good. I don't understand
Really,
why you
really
don't.
good.
I just can't do it, and it's so frustrating.
So you're
Luna?
going to have a tough week ahead.
Luna?
Yeah, I've tried to stop playing a couple of times, but I keep getting brought back in by somebody wanting me to join their team, or actually this tournament made me reinstall the game after I'd deleted it for a week or two.
You need the anti-HCR2 patch on your arm.
Yeah.
Like the nicotine patch for smokers.
Yeah.
People just keep asking me to come back.
Oh well. You're a
Yeah.
decent, so that's why they want you back.
Yeah. Okay, so
Thanks.
next question would be, have you ever posted a suggestion in the Fingersoft server?
Yes, I have. All the modifications to the Canyon League that I mentioned before, I wrote it there. I got, I don't know how many dozens of likes, and of course it was ignored like every other.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. You have. Koenig?
I have not, but I do have a suggestion for the game, which is since new like the track testing or the track making is like new, but I would also like to see, or more of a love to see, if you were able to make long jumps, wheelies, no fuel maps, and adventure maps as well. So there's more of a variety. That'd be really
And
nice.
Luna?
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have, I think. A few times actually. I forgot what I said. Nothing that
That's okay. Yeah. Okay, next question is, have you ever reported a cheater to the Fair Play server?
Yes, I have.
I have as well.
More than once, sadly.
Yeah, I have.
And Luna? You have. Okay, all three of you have.
Yep.
And the next question, have you ever had your account flagged for cheating?
No, never.
Nope, never.
Me neither.
Okay. And Luna?
Nope. I have
No, never. Okay. Next question, have you ever been banned in any HCR or the Fingersoft Discord server?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I haven't either yet.
Yes.
Luna, yet?
Don't know what I
Luna?
plan on doing. No, I'm kidding.
Nope, I haven't.
Oh, you're all well behaved.
Yep.
And the last question, have you ever done a face reveal on any Discord server?
No, I haven't.
No, you haven't.
Until now.
I mean, yes, exactly.
Oh,
now
this one doesn't count.
No.
This one doesn't count, so no.
So no.
I have actually on like small friend servers. I don't like sharing it to the public though. So
Yeah, that's okay. And Luna?
Yep, I think I've posted my face even onto the AusNZ server.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I don't really care if people see what I look like.
Let's see how everyone scored.
Okay, so drum roll, please. This is so the smaller, obviously, the smaller the number we have dictated being, the better the score. And unfortunately, there was an amazing score of 2 previously, which was 2 nevers, which none of you have gotten to. Koenig and Lunatic are both on 4. And President, you're on 6. So unfortunately, no one won anything. But as you don't get anything like your ICC, there's no prize for the winning country. There's no prize.
Still respectable scores though.
There's no prize for this either. We have occasionally given out some roles on the server, just for a bit of fun. So unfortunately, no roles today. So, but we do appreciate you guys having a bit of a laugh with us in terms of this questionnaire, because the questionnaires were designed to make everybody have a bit of a laugh about it. So yes, thank you for joining in and being part of it. We're getting to the pointy end or the finishing end of the podcast. Are there anybody that you'd like to have a shout out to?
Just the whole Swedish Power team, actually. I want to thank them for being so nice, and it's just a great community.
Yep.
Same. I also want to thank Swedish Power and the Made in Italy community, and actually all the Italians who are participating to the ICC, because we are a great community, and it's a lot of fun to spend time with them.
Yeah, it's great to see the community come together in one big tournament and have fun together.
Great. That's really nice. It's really nice.
Shout out to everybody that's playing the ICC. It's good to see everybody coming together and playing a big tournament.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, I will start playing as of next week. So apologies. My intention was to be there and have fun. And I promise I will be in the next couple of rounds just for shits and giggles.
Sounds great.
Sounds good.
Cool.
On behalf of the OzNZ community and the HCR2 community, I wanted to say a big thanks for getting this ICC off the ground. Every part of the game that we play that makes it competitive, that makes us want to pick the game up again and play it, in my mind, is another addition to the game. So congratulations on making something that's been so well received by so many people. I hope
So nice.
I hope you get more and more people coming. Really appreciate your time on the podcast. Really appreciate Lunatic for reaching out to you guys and saying, hey, and also for Lunatic to reaching out to us and saying, hey, come and join. So, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Lunatic. Thank you very much, Koenig and President.
Thanks for having us.
Sure, thank you for inviting us.
Pete and JR.
For me, thank you very much for spending time with us. It's been nice hearing your journey in HCR2, and good luck to all your endeavors in the community and in the ICC. Pete?
Thank you.
Yeah, basically you guys have hit the nail on the head. Thanks for coming onto the podcast, and I think what you guys are doing at the ICC tournament is a really good thing for the game, and I'm glad that you guys have decided to do it. So thanks for coming on, and good work. Keep it up.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. We will.
We're expecting a good score in the next round for you guys.
don't expect too much.
as long as it's not mono wheel, I'm happy. So if you are still listening to the podcast by now, and you are on the ICC and you haven't registered your nationality, please do so. Please like and share this podcast. We really appreciate having everybody listening until now. And
don't forget to subscribe.
Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you very much. Good night from all of us.
Good night, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Have a wonderful week. Enjoy the podcast.
And see you all.
Bye, everybody.